Hello, hello, hello. Get in here, get in here, get in here, you guys. I am giving you guys a update on what's been going on in my life these last couple of weeks. Um, every so often, you guys, as you know, I try to give you an update on what I've been up to. So there has been a lot of changes within the last 8, 9, 10 months of my life. But I'm still blessed. I'm glad to be here. Those of you that don't know, you can go back to the first video and it will explain that I was diagnosed with HER2 positive back in January of 2023, which is the other part of this year. We're actually working on the last week of this year of 2023. So I was diagnosed with triple negative HER2 positive in January of 2023. We started my treatment in March, which in that case I had a couple of weeks of chemotherapy. There was some change in my treatment plan after surgery. I had my surgery back in no, my dog coming down, he wants to jump on me. I had my surgery back in the first surgery I had in September. The second surgery I had in December. So yeah, I'm trying to get my things together. So I finished my treatments up in August, and then I waited about 4 to 5 weeks, and then I had my first surgery, my double mastectomy. I had that in September, the first surgery in September. A couple of weeks after I had the first surgery, I had gotten an infection with my expanders, because they actually put the expanders in. The treatment after the surgery was to do more chemotherapy, but once we did the surgery and they removed the cancer, they realized that the mass hadn't shrunk that much with the chemotherapy that I was receiving. So the change of treatment, my treatment plan had changed. So after I dealt with the infection with the expanders, and December the 4th they decided to go ahead and take those expanders out and go ahead and put the implants in. So that's what I had done. I'm now working on almost 8 weeks out. The 4th will be 8 weeks, so this week will be 8 weeks. So actually I'm on my 8-week post-op from my last surgery. So I'm excited. I feel much better. God has been good. Life has still been good, so I can't complain. So the treatment plan that they set forth after my surgery was to do chemo pills for 12 months. 12 months. And the one that I am taking is actually the Lynparza is the name of it. And what it does is it changed your blood cells genetic. So it is more of a preventative pill. The side effects that I'm having at the moment are nauseousness. I do get a little tired. I think that's due to the heart medication that I'm on. So nauseousness, tired, exhaustion is one of them, because sometimes I get up and I feel fine, and then the next moment I might not feel so fine. So I do get a little tired with that medication. My taste buds they came back, but then they also went away. So my taste bud has changed. My eating has not went back to the normal, but it's better than it was. I can start off eating one thing and it tastes pretty good, but then my taste buds be like, it doesn't taste good. Like now it has, like, I still have that metallic taste in my mouth. So even when I was doing my other chemo, it had it left a bad taste in my mouth. And like I say, my nails, they are actually getting better with time. My toenails is also, the black is from the chemotherapy. My whole nail bed was actually dark. So they're growing out now. My skin is starting to clear back up. It had gotten to be a little bit dark, and my hair is starting to grow back. So yeah, it's growing back a different texture. I actually put a mousse on it today. I use Camille Rose. It's like a foaming mousse. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell, because it's like a honey, I think it's called honey mousse or something like that. And I'm not into like smells that I can smell myself. I don't, even with perfumes, I don't like to wear perfumes that I can smell all day myself. So it's the smell of the product. But actually it did a wonderful job for is curling up my hair. So yeah, my hair is growing back. I'm no longer bald. That hair is coming back. So like I said, my last treatment was August. I think it was August the 19th. So from August to here we are in December. This is what my hair growth looked like, because I still was bald in August. So it started growing back like probably about 4 weeks after I started the chemotherapy. My hair started growing back. And yes, it is. I've had a nice grade of hair, but this is like extra curly. So this is not normal what I'm used to. But I'm going to make it work. And I just thank God that I have some more that's growing back. And it is growing back differently. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, one of the biggest things some people can take into consideration when you know, when I got that first diagnosis, that phone call. Well, first of all, it goes back to I went in for a regular mammogram, had the mammogram done. They said, okay, we need to observe you a little bit farther. So I go in to have more observation done. Then they say, okay, we need to test this and you know, do a biopsy. So I go in and have that done. And then to get that initial phone call when my primary care calls and say, look, they found something and that it's cancerous. And I don't even ask the question like what stage it is, you know, because I'm like, I say, well, what did you say again? She say, well, it's cancer. I say, seriously? She's like, yes, so we need to get you in as soon as possible so we can, you know, get you into an oncologist as soon as possible to start on your treatment plan. And, you know, it's just that initial diagnosis of the whole thing, and it really sends you through a roller coaster. And then, like I say, I thought that I would still be able to at least be functional during my first session of chemotherapy, but it did not work out that way. It's like once I started, it just took a toll on me, and it did that up until, I say, recently. So, you know, you go through, you always talk about, you go through the emotions of it all. And now that I'm like towards the tail end of it, it's still a different type of emotion. I'm glad to be done with that part of it. But then, you know, you still feel a little lonely because now they say, okay, now your treatment is over, which mine isn't. I'm still seeing a doctor, and I will be for the next 12 months. But I don't have to go every week or every 2 weeks like I was going before. So my appointments get less and less and less. So right now I'm at a once a month. Well, this will be the first time I had to go to the doctor for a month. Will be in January. So this is, you know, I'm getting to that point where I won't have to see the oncologist as often. But I assume as long as I'm on this my last chemo pill, I'll probably go in once a month because I still have to get blood work done just to make sure that my numbers are up to par, because even with this you can have low blood cell counts and you still able to get infections with medication. So you still have to be careful. You don't want to be running fevers. You still don't want to get sick because you can, and it can really throw you into a negative part in the process of your healing. So it's just, like I say, it's one milestone after the next. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. You know, like I say, I am grateful not to be sickly in bed all day long. I could take 1 or 2 days, but when you talk about 3 and 4 and 5 days, that's not what I want to do, because your body get the aching for being in the bed. Especially, I was pretty much an active person beforehand, so to have to be like stunted into not being able to do nothing, not being able to do the things you used to do, it's a mental toll. You know, it does take a toll on you. But in my mind, I keep saying I'm gonna be back to the old me, but better. So, you know, that's my motivation. And when I do have those bad days, I was like, this too shall pass. This will pass. It'll pass. Lord, this too shall pass. So I just keep those two things in my mind. This won't last forever, and this too shall pass. And it, you know, it does pass. It may not pass where we want it to or while we're going through, but it's gonna, you know, it's gonna pass us by. Like I said, I am going to a lymphedema doctor, and it's not a doctor. She's a where they give you massages. So what they do is they massage when you have lymph nodes removed, because I had 3 lymph nodes removed during my surgery, just to make sure that the cancer hadn't spread into any other lymph nodes. So they remove them. They have to put this dye in before surgery, and the dye actually shows the doctor where to go and take your lymph nodes out. So during the process of surgery, she took the first 3 out, and there was no cancer in those. So it hadn't spread it to my lymph nodes, and I was stage 1, so I hadn't spread it to the lymph nodes. But she recommended that I still go see a lymphedema doctor, because from what she's a physical therapist. That's what she does. She does physical therapy. So it's a lymphedema physical therapist. She explained it more. She said what happens is when they remove lymph nodes, your body has fluid, and the lymph nodes help to release the fluid in different parts of the body. So when you don't have as many as you had, it can get overwhelming, and some people tend to have fluid. But the good thing is I don't have fluid, but I don't want to do blood pressure or have blood drawn out of the arm that I had the lymph nodes removed in. So you want to avoid that at any cost, because you don't want anything to trigger the fluid buildup. So you don't want to do that. So what she does is she go in and she massage, and then I had scar tissue from the heart surgery and then the breast surgery. I don't really have a whole lot of scar tissue from that, but because I had the infection on one side, it's been more traumatized than the other side. So it's a lot more swelling in one side than the other. So what she's doing is working that swelling, working that scar tissue, working those out. And even with the implant surgery, all the surgeries itself, I'm still not 100% far as like being able to lift my arms like I was before. It's more so in the right side. Like I said, I think that's due to all of the trauma, because that's the right side is the one that had the infection. That's also where they went in and did my heart surgery. So that side has taken a beating compared to it wasn't decided with the cancer, but it has taken a beating because of the different things that has happened. So she's massaging that out and making that skin where it's more stretchable, and because it is actually tight, it's like tight like this. So with the massaging, it's actually helping it to relieve some of that tightness, so that I'm able to stretch it out more, because I can't even like reach it over my head. So she's working that out, and I have I think 12 weeks of that. I'm going twice a week right now to that. And it actually helps. Like I said, it feels so much better. I can feel it loosen it up. And I hope some of the hardness actually, subside over time. But overall, my plastic surgeon, he did a wonderful job. I'm satisfied far as the incision, the way it looks. Because that's another thing. You're emotional about that, because it's like the day of surgery, I had to take a bath in a certain soap. And you're losing a part of you, So when I looked in the mirror, I saw the old me. But when I come back now, it's like a new me. So it's like I was losing a part of me that's been with me all my life. And I'm gaining something now my body has to get used to. So I mean, it's emotional regardless of how you look at it. And then wondering if will my body ever feel physically the way I used to feel, and I don't think so, but I want to get as close to it as I can. I was still numb from the heart surgery when I had to have this surgery, and that's been like a year and some months. So even just getting the feeling back, it's just going to take time. Healing is a process. You have it done and you look physically fine, but emotionally and how you feel is two different things. You physically look fine, but how your body feels is totally different than the way you look, if that's a such thing. But yeah, so it looks fine, but I still have the numbness, don't have the feeling that I want. I don't feel the way that I want to feel for as physically, I guess I would say. Not saying that I'm not happy with it. It's just that it's not the normal, like what I'm used to. So it's something that I'm still getting used to. And even with, it's just something we have to get used to. And then when it's time to make decisions, when you in this process, it's like everything is thrown at you so fast, because even in the beginning, I found out in January, it's like February doing all these tests, and then I get a port put in. Next thing you know, I'm starting chemotherapy, and it's everything just happened so quickly till it's like, whoa, wait a minute, you know. And then you start doing your treatments, and then it's time for surgery, and then they throwing more things at you. You got to make decisions about, and it's like, wait a minute now, you know, goodness. And then, and for me, with my treatment plan changing, I didn't have the 6 months to think about it. I had to say, okay, let's go ahead and do what we're gonna do and be done with it. You know, what I thought I was gonna get done, I wasn't able to do it because of the infection. So, you know, at any point, your treatment can change. You know, I'm not really sure as far as like the medication that I'm on. They've had to lessen the dosage due to the heart medication. So I'm like, okay. She said we had a little more room to let it down if I needed to, because I had been feeling so nauseous. But what I started doing was taking I have nausea medication. So now I'm taking it the first sign I'm feeling like I'm getting sick, instead of, because I'm the kind of person I don't like to take things right away. So what I'm trying to do now is take them as soon as I start feeling something, instead of waiting to the last minute. Then it takes forever for it to actually start working. So if you, even on pain pills, if you're taking pain pills after you've had your surgery, stay on top of it. So that's my goal, is to stay on top of the nauseousness. Then that way I don't get it sick, and you know, I can keep moving. I am able to do more for myself, but I'm still having some challenges. You know, like I said, I don't know if it's chemo does something to you physically. It physically does something to the heart. So even now, I'm trying to mentally get myself more on the treadmill to try to build my cardio back up, because that is not where it needs to be. I'm short of breath a lot, so I don't know if it's due to the chemo that I was receiving, because like I said, it does take effect on your heart, and you do have to have echograms during the chemo process, just to make sure your heart is not taking a beating from your chemotherapy. But because I was already had heart issues, and I had just got back to the point where I was feeling like the new me, and then, you know, you have this process you got to go through again. So it's just all about building back up to where I could be more functional, or just being able to be more healthier, you know, for as like exercise. But cardio is very important, because they always telling you walk, 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 walk. So I'm trying to, I have to convince myself when I get up, look, it's treadmill day. I need to get up 15 minutes or something on the treadmill. And I'm working my way up to getting back on my bike. So it's mind over matter. You know, you got to put your mind and physically do it. That's where I am right now. A lot of the things that one of the things I wanted to do is try to keep you guys as much updates as possible on my breast cancer journey. I'm at this point cancer free, but I want people to be aware. Be mindful of your own body. Be your own advocate for your own health. Talk to your doctors. Get your mammograms done. If you're not going to get mammograms, self-examination once a month, put it on the calendar. Do it while you're in the shower. Just making sure that you're taking care of you. And breast cancer isn't the only cancer that's out there. There's other things as well. Just being your own advocate about your health. That is very important, because for me, to tell you the truth, I was like, you know, I've seen people around me have breast cancer, but I never thought that would happen to me. So have you ever sat back and said to yourself, did you ever think that could happen to you, or do you think that can happen to you? I just never thought that it would happen to me. That was like the least of my worries. I wasn't worried about that, you know, but I actually honestly thought that it would never happen to me, and it did. And I had to regroup, rethink things, and at the same time, I didn't ask God why. I said, you know, okay, this is what it is. Now I have to deal with it, and all I can do is ask God to help me get through it, you know. And as going through the journey, I continue to say, you know, there's something out there that God has is bigger for me that I don't even see. Whether it's talking to you guys and let you guys in on what happened for me, I hope it helps someone else. I hope someone can get some understanding. I hope someone can get a peace of mind out of my journey. And like I always say, although someone next to you may be going through the same thing as you, y'all may have the same type of cancer or whatever it may be, everybody have their own journey. It's going to be different for everybody. Everybody, care plan is going to be different. The way we heal is going to be different. Everything is going to be different. Even when our hair start coming back, it's still going to be different. So this whole situation actually makes you a different person. It makes you different mentally, physically, like far as the way you look, it changes that. I mean, it takes a toll on your overall. So being your own health advocate, taking self-care for yourself, those things are very important. And mentally, being able to knowing that if you need help with something, don't be afraid to ask. I think that's one of the other things. I'm such a person, whereas I'm used to doing, I'm not used to asking anybody for anything. And I've had people during this process, bring food. If I call somebody, ask them, say, hey, can you stop me, get me a bowl of fruit? They did that. And I had to get to that point because, it comes a point in time where you need somebody's help, and not always your family is going to be around to help you out. I have a couple of ladies, they have really been like by my side through the process of this, even one of my favorite people, she brought some soup today. So I'm still not where I was, but that was yesterday. She brought me some soup. She brought me 2 big old things of soup, and she been doing that the whole process, making sure I stay like on top of my soup game. And that soup has been a blessing. It has helped me out. It has helped me through when I ain't want nothing else to eat, Like I said, another one, fruit or whatever. If it's something I needed, drinks, bringing them to me, asking me every week, do you need something this week? I can bring them to you. I make sure you get what you need. So it's really, really been a godsend for people that reached out, that's right here, that can help out, and now that, sometimes people feel that the process is almost over and you don't need the help, that you still need the help, because like I said, it's still a different stage of your process, for me it's a different stage, and I just want to get back to being at least 100% me. And it's a process. And I have to remind myself this is a process. Just because I stopped chemotherapy 2 months ago or 3 months ago, that don't mean I'm going back to running around the corner. It's not happening like that for me. I see some people, like I say, and they doing so well, able to still work and stuff like that. I was bedbound, so it was like, everybody's story is different. Everybody's journey is different, so I'm blessed. I can't complain. I'm still here. I just thank God for putting good people around me, good family around me. Even though they might have been far, they still stepped in and did what they could from a distance. Whether it was financially sending me something in the mail that I needed, they done that. They done that. So I'm still blessed. I'm thankful. Nobody but God. That's all I can say. Nobody but Him. And I think I don't ran off enough. And if it's anything you guys want to know, if it's stuff I think about, I'm going to have to start journaling, writing things down. That way when I come on this camera, I can look at my paper. That's what I normally do, because sometimes I forget. I'll start journaling and writing it down that way, which I journal anywhere. I really just need to get the book and bring it down when I get ready to do my videos. But I don't always. It's bad. You can write in your journal, but you forget to get it when you get ready to do something. That's like going to the grocery store for me. I make a list, and guess what? I forget to look at the list. I forget to look at the list. So yeah. But if anyone has any questions, comment below. Let me know. Like I say, I'm coming back. I'm liking my hair right now, and I can't complain. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but right now I'm just gonna rock it like it is, rock it as it is, and I'm just thankful. I'm blessed, and like I say, I am coming back. So I will be stronger and better than I was before. So until next time, like I say, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let everybody know what we have over here. and tell a friend, tell another friend, let them know. And if there's something that I can help anybody with, or if it's something you want to ask me, don't hesitate, put it in the comments. I do respond to all my comments. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.